Hello, everybody. Welcome to Indigo Tarot Odyssey. I got the best comments and responses from your recent soulmate read, so I wanted to do a soulmate update for some newbies and also for a continuation for a lot of you guys. It adds some verifications at some of the first factors and connections as well. And also, we're now able to comprehend that when we let go of what we thought was impossible, massive changes become possible. We allow for this love, we're manifesting it, we feel alive, vibrant, hopeful, all of that, because we're connecting with our highest frequency elevation right now. So there's no limits other than those that we place upon ourselves. So let's release all of those. That's why I decorated the set today with gold to remind you, you are worth your weight in gold and beyond that. And I love gold because it reflects the sun so magnificently. It's so rich and warm and emboldening. I feel like gold is a color of forging ahead in vitality and resplendency and just things that are glowing and dynamic. And I want all you guys to know that our futures are what we start to plan right now. So we have to remember not to incapacitate our happiness factor now by saying, I'll be happy when I retire. I'll be happy when my soulmate comes. I'll be happy, when. We need to go beyond logic and rational and say, I'm pulling happiness into my existence right now, right this moment. I'll give you an example. I had a huge sort and throwaway today with a lot of things. As a creator, I accrue such amazing cool stuff, but then also I'll start one canvas, I'll start one necklace, I'll start one, and I had just had boxes and boxes of unused beautiful beads and stones because I had started projects. So I took a few hours to sort through this, and things like that give me a bit of anxiety because I don't like to discard anything I know that potentially has value, right? But it's one of those things where for my peace of mind, I had to have a massive clearance. And what I did was just like cut all the wire and let all the beads and the precious stones and everything go into big boxes so I could sort through it and do all that. But I said, instead of making this like an anxiety ridden, I have to part from stuff because I can be the crazy hoarder lady 101. I'm serious. I found a spool of red ribbon. You would have think I won the lotto. I was like so stoked over this shiny, like silky red ribbon that it was so ridiculous. By the way, it cost 99 cents, but I was just so excited because I love the color red and I knew I purchased it and I'd probably looked for it time and time again, but I shoved it in a drawer and I couldn't find it. And today, lo and behold, the spool of red ribbon reappeared. Comment down below if you get super stoked when you connect with something you thought was lost, even though you have it, but it ends up somewhere and then you find it and it's like the 4th of July for you just because you knew you had it and you're not indeed that crazy person that hallucinates that you have an imaginary spool of red ribbon. Speaking of kooky things, you guys, if you go on Instagram, Amy Sedaris has What's in the Drawer, and I love her. She's one of my favorite comedians, and she goes in these drawers because she creates, and she has all these little drawers, and the other day it was like little red plastic pieces of food, and she was so excited about them. The fact that the little carrots look like she could make it into jewelry, I was like, I even commented, what did I put? I put, I'm so happy you're in the world. And she replied back, and I thought it was so sweet because I do love when people get excited about little things. And that's what we mean about knowing that we can go beyond logical and rational and get excited about what excites us. It doesn't matter what excites other people and what the norm is and what the hive thinking is and what the mentality of, the matrix is. Who cares? We want to be excited about tiny little jars of jam. We want to be excited that a ladybug landed on our windowsill and be jazzed out of our ever-loving minds because of that. Whatever it is, like joy is always in the little things. It's in the simplicity. It's in all of that. And when you're in that frequency, that's when you're attracting love. So that was my roundabout way of saying that. Stay in that high frequency, stay jazzed about things because that's where you see opportunities. That's where you see synchronicities. That's where you attach and form these connections to your soul companion. So here's our 3 choices, you guys. Number 1 is seahorse, and we also have some amethyst with that in gold. Number 2 is goat, and I just gave piles of gold because goats are tenacious and, they will dig and dig and dig till they find that gold and they find that grounding and they find that that solidity. And number 3 is Jaguar. And we have a Sagittarius is what I am. I found my coin. And then we have another one too with the beautiful Libra scales on there too. So since our fortunes are paved with gold and our new paths that we're on are gleaming and shining, and we're happy and feeling bright and optimistic, not only about our potential love, our current loves within our family, our animals, our connections to others. Jim Gaffigan was talking about how he was just excited to go out in the world and see strangers. It didn't have to be people that loved and adored him as a comedian, family members, people. He just wanted to see strangers in a strange land like they are, cutting each other off in traffic, just being weirdos on the street like people can be, like somebody was so excited that there was a hot dog vendor open, like all these little things, going out and forging ahead and finding fun. But right away, you guys, just remember that your thoughts are something which you can always control, and they originate within you. So when something pops up, doubt, fear, whatever, some past indiscretion, something you said that makes you feel bad, realize that is gone. But what you can do is choose your thoughts now and make them happy, make them proud of who you are, value who you are, your worthiness, never be somebody's second choice, never be a second-class citizen, never be that person that accepts crumbs and says, oh, it's okay that, you don't see me on normal dinner hours. It's always late at night. It's never with friends. It's always alone. All that. Never relegate yourself to that backseat position, because we are teaching other people how to treat us, and we want to be front and foremost. We want to be a priority, right? It's one of those things when we decide through teaching other people how to treat us that we're going to be treated well, or we're not going to enhance their life by our existence anymore. Sayonara, right? I'm really good at this because I will give and give and give and be open-minded and really read the energy, and there will just be a thing that clicks that goes not worthy, and I will disappear from that person's life. And we have to do that, because what happens is, especially people that are empaths and givers and they like to produce and do fun things, we have to be careful we don't get aligned with that energy of what I call the sugar waterfall, where you're just giving them everything all the time: support, emotional support, resources, finances, rides, attention, whatever it is, right? When you're that sugar waterfall and all of a sudden you have a day where you want to be a calm lake and you're not just pouring abundance on other people and they're like, hey, they feel entitled to it. We have to really rein it in when we find out we're doing that, because of course people want to be around us when we're the sugar waterfall. Now we got to be the placid lake, right? And get in receptive mode to receive the love that's coming right now. Okay, you guys, so we're going to start with Seahorse. Now what we're going to start with is some of the attributes that your soulmate is going to have. I love these cards so much. So beautiful, beautiful hero and heroine. Their light attributes. They have a passion for a journey of personal empowerment. These people want to attain goals. These people want to produce things of beauty and value into the world. They're also the people that can be gorgeous, speakers for the underdog, the disenfranchised, the forgotten, people that need help and they need somebody to step in and speak for them when they don't have a voice, right? So I feel like your significant other is very powerful in that regard, and they don't like to see anything mishandled or mistreated, and they'll come in and step in for that. This is probably why they also have teacher attributes, the ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Now, I was really excited when I started this format many years ago to teach myself a lot of information quickly, because I used to manage a bookstore. And because I wanted to provide really good service and recommendations, I taught myself to speed read. So I was reading the hell out of everything. And I remember one of my first things that I promoted and I loved was A Beautiful Mind, which ended up being an Oscar winner and a bestseller. And the second I read this book when it came in, I said that to a coworker. I said, if they turn this into a movie, people would be winning Oscars, and this would be Best Picture. The premise was just so beautiful, and I loved it. And again, it's like we can read things, and this particular person is going to be able to take in a lot of knowledge, take it on board, cipher through it, and be able to really have a discerning eye for what's important in this material and be able to convey a message, a very impactful, important message. So I feel like they do have really profound and amazing speaking and teaching skills. So in a lot of regards too, but they are definitely a dealer of information in words, and they can condense and verify and, be very impactful with words, which is really nice and helpful, because oftentimes there are people that they can have a lot of information, but they don't know quite what to do with it. Sometimes that, it's difficult. So let's see what some messages are coming. Lavaria, let love grow. So this is saying this is going to be a beautiful unfolding of mystery. these soulmates coming in for this particular group, they're very mysterious. They're very, um, a lot of them are refined, I feel, but so they don't divulge a lot of information quickly. So it's a beautiful, slow unfolding of passion, of information, of learning about one another. Let it grow. I kept hearing this and I love this so much. Do not let the commitment outrace knowing one another, right? A lot of times people just, they want to say, oh, this is my boyfriend. Oh, this is my fiance. So they race to this commitment place, yet they don't have a knowing of one another. And when you don't know somebody well enough and you're already like trying to classify what they are, it's unhealthy, or where they fit in your life. A natural process will be taking place for the both of you where you just feel it and you know you belong together. So you don't have to say, this is my boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, whatever it is. It's just one of those where they're just your person and you know that, and that's enough. And, it's like, when you're around them, you focus on your strengths. You don't feel weak. You don't feel the need to point out your perceived inadequacies of yourself. Like, oh, my big feet. Oh, my small ears. Oh, my whatever, my googly eyes, or whatever the hell you have going on. People come up with the weirdest things because they think, hey, if I bring this to their attention and they still want me, then I'm okay. Really, the physicality has so little to do with it, especially when you connect with your soulmate. Sure, it's an instant, wow, look at those bright, sparkling eyes, or look at whatever some beautiful, fanciful fascination of them is, because everybody has something that is remarkable about them. They truly do. And your facets are going to stand out like sparkling diamonds, as are they. So all of a sudden you're going to feel strong. You're not going to feel that you need to leave things in the dark, or bring to the surface things that you think, oh, I'm not really great at spelling or writing, or oh my gosh, my whatever it is. You don't feel that you're lacking around them because that's not what they're looking at. They're looking at this beautiful, soulful, amazing person. It makes you feel good, and that lets love grow. Now, I love this. Liberation is the same thing. Free yourself. Free yourself from any constraints that you think you have, because all opportunities are available to you. All love is. When you can let go of what you believe to be impossible, massive changes become possible. That happened for me. I never thought that I would have, 5, 6, 7 streams of revenue. I was like, I would have to have 7 jobs. And then I was like, wait a minute, you have all this information. You are so creative. You make all these things. Why is that an impossibility when you see people have it all over the place? And when you read about people that are financially very successful, they usually have access to 6 revenue streams. I don't care if it's real estate information, a blog, a vlog, writing, they make jam, whatever it is that happens. And I used to think that so constrictive, like a job was your job. Even though I'd been creative all my life, that's when all of a sudden all the nudges from the universe was saying, listen, you need your creative activities to be your worldly vocation. Why in the world are you working for all these companies that will literally work you to the bone for very little regard of your time or otherwise, right? Recognize that right now. Creatives, get out there and create, and know this is really important. And the best career advice I think I ever read was, don't ever attach yourself to a person, a place, or a company, or an organization or project. Attach yourself to a mission, a calling, a purpose only. That's how you keep your power and your peace. 100%. I'll post that on my Instagram too. I'd love for you guys to come over. Whenever I read or see something very profound and makes sense to me, I post it over there. And plus I have lots of giveaways and fun things. So you guys, I love this. So you're going to free yourself from all these constraints and walk into your strongest self, which is amazing and it's important. So let's also get some initials here. We have S and T. So TS, ST can be some initials. Right away, another thing I'm hearing is that this particular person, I'm going to rely too on one of my favorite tarot, that this particular person is going to be hella adventurous. Like they want to travel, they want to go places, and they're going to, and some of you guys are introverts and you're probably like, scads of people. They don't care about scads of people. They care about you and them having the adventures together, right? And for extroverts, look at this. You're going to be standing your ground. This is saying too that you're releasing things before it would ever get to a 10 of Wands moment. They help you unburden yourself, to stand your ground, set firm boundaries, so you don't have a 10 of Wands moment where you're carrying other people's loads around, right? We do this. The star, your wish is coming true. As I said, you guys, once we unburden ourselves and we let go of all those facets of fear and lack of focus, lack of inner strength and the things that derail us and make us second guess ourselves. We let go of ego and we let our intuition come in. We make our wishes. We let it go to the universe, and it brings these blessings in and brings our magical person and brings out the best in us, our highest vibration, where we feel safe, secure, grounded, and steadfast in the knowledge that whatever we need is coming our way. So beautiful energy, group one. And what a card to end on. Goodness gracious. I already felt as soon as I started handling the deck, and I was like, you have it all going on. It's already in place. So what I'd love for you to do, group one, is act as if all of this is already here because you've already manifested it. Let it go to the universe. Be thankful for the abundance you already have. And that brings more light and joy and connectivity into your life and their life, your soulmate, and is working on the law of attraction even more for you. So beautiful, beautiful, group one. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please subscribe. It really helps my channel, and it helps with the algorithm to promote my other videos, and just helps everything so much. So thank you guys so much for your love and support and your beautiful comments. And please comment down below if you feel this. Do you feel a change coming on? Do you feel some cool kind of anticipation of something right around the corner? Because it should be building in you now, where sometimes you just wake up and you're just instantly happy. You don't know exactly why. That's part and parcel for the soulmate journey as well. So gorgeous energy, you guys. Now we're on to number 2. Oh, and also if you guys want any more details, I do private reads. All my links are down below, and I do them within 48 hours. As soon as I get the request, I reply, and then I get on it within that time. I don't shelve anything. I want quick, information to go in and strike why the iron is hot, and to, bring you what you guys need for information. Beautiful. So now we're on to number 2, a quick water sip. Right away, I feel if you chose this, that you have a beautiful, tenacious attitude. You know what you believe in is going to become possible. You know that massive changes become possible when you need it. You can scale that wall, find out what you need, go where you need, and all things possible, plausible, and doable for this group. So right away, I want to get some initials, and then we're going to get some personality. We have R, and we have S. So beautiful. S, RRS for their initials. Right away, remember too, when it comes to our love mate journey, any of those things, that there are no limits. So stop creating limits on yourself within your head. How we speak to ourselves is muy, muy, muy importante right now. It's so important that we say, listen, I'm going to be flexible, versatile, happy, inspired, and I'm just going to keep it moving. I'm not going to be waylaid by silliness. A lot of times we can have one or two, or an abundance of people around us that can be dismissive. They can be heavy energy, burdensome, and they don't help. So again, we're not asking people directions that have never gone where we plan on going. We're following our own path. We know what it is to keep vibrancy, light, love, and all those things within us, right? We need these sacred reminders that we're a channel for original energy of creation. And if other people aren't on board with that, just be joyful in yourself. Everybody doesn't have to validate what we're doing. Don't over-explain yourself. If you're in an environment where people aren't loving and supportive and go team, go, remove yourself from that. Don't give them the benefit of your dreams and your hopes just so they can kind of put it under their heel and squash it, right? It doesn't feel good when that happens, when we say, oh my gosh, I have this great idea. And someone who can't think along those lines is certainly not going to get on board with it. So we're keeping our cards close to our chest too right now, I feel. So here's some of your energy. You're going to feel loved and proud. That's going to be part of your initiation of bringing your beautiful frequency and vibration up, up, and up. So you can see the synergy, you can see the synchronicities, and you can see all the signs. You guys, big 222s, 555s, 777s. Again, you guys, dragonflies, and weirdly enough, I keep seeing ducks for you guys. Like ducks are another indicator. Oftentimes, it's beautiful feathered creatures that are our beautiful animal totems within our journey. Feel love and proud within yourself. We're not looking for outside validation. And when you are with your soulmate, you are continually going to feel that way. They are not looking at anybody else. They're not looking for a bigger, better deal. You are the one. You feel that. You know that. You know they're acting from integrity. You know they are a beautiful, authentic soul. They are not putting on airs. They are not faking anything. There's no superficiality to this soulmate grouping right here. I just feel they're very pure-hearted people. They come from a notion of, listen, when I do the best with what I have, where I am, and it comes from a spirit of giving and love, I can do no wrong. They feel that energetically, and so do you. And because of that, it's like the cosmos is just working along beautifully with you to provide flexibility within your life, to be able to just ride over those potholes and not look back and not be waylaid. No past regrets, no future fear. We are in the present, and what we're creating in the present is, that beautiful attitude of gratitude. So we're creating more of this, and this Orenda is honoring your mystical creative force. Source works through us to create whatever we're doing. That's why it's inspiration. Where are we getting this from when we're inspired, right? It does come out of the blue. It comes out of the cosmos, and it works through us. That gorgeous song that, Florence and the Machine is singing, that is some inspired shit, like from some amazing cosmos. She's my absolute favorite singer, and half the time she looks like she's going to take flight, like right off the stage. And that's what's going to be coming out of you too, the depths of some deep-seated, amazing creativity that you're going to be like, I didn't know I could write like that. I didn't know I was a poet. I didn't know I was a lyricist. I didn't know I was a painter, a craftsman, whatever it is. You're going to be inspired more and more. And the love that your counterpart is also bringing you is going to fuel this mystical, amazing creativity that you have. And get ready for it, because it's like you're ready to just bloom. Oh, wow, look. So here's some of their attributes. King and athlete. Doesn't matter male or female. They have this lovely, enlightened, benevolent leadership capacity, benefiting those in their charge and around them. This is usually someone in a leadership position also in a company, or owning their own companies as well, because they really have forthright. And also with the goat, they just climb and climb and climb. They set the ceiling and the bar higher daily for themselves. They love challenges. They love to go out and problem solve and do things in amazing ways. And they are also going to inspire you to do that as well. People also take note of them. They're very respected, that type of those attributes within someone. Athletic as well. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So this is going to be, a lot of these people, I'm feeling they are like special needs workers. They help people with autism. They help people that have had injuries, and they are medical workers as well. They're dedicated to transcending physical limits in anything themselves. They have athletic prowess naturally, and they know how the body works and how it heals on a cellular level, how to feed it, how to fuel it, how to care for it, and how to exercise it in many different capacities. And this person has a real special feel for what other people might see perceived limits. This person does not see that. And because they don't, they help you and other people achieve new personal bests all the time, which is amazing. Oh, I love that, you guys. So let's pull, I want to pull one more from my deck. Okay, so again, Three of Cups. Beautiful personality, gets on very well with others, very sociable. They're going to get on with your family and friends group alarmingly well, like just 5-alarm charm. They fit right in, snug as a bug in a rug, and everybody is like very congenial. Also, I feel like this particular group, your soulmate, is very judgment free. They're very critical free. They really believe in to each his own, and everybody is their own unique spirit, and they embrace that. And since others feel that, they embrace them as well, because they just feel like it's such a calm, beautiful entity around. The energy they provide is very healing and loving, which is important. So beautiful energy group too. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Melanie. Don't forget to subscribe. And then it helps everything. It helps expose some of my other videos so people can watch them and all of that. And if you guys want a private read on any of this information, you want me to delve further, I do private reads on pretty much anything: past lives, soulmates, any divine connections, careers, ancestors speaking to you, anything that you'd like, I can cover for you guys. And everything, all the information is down below on that too. And I also have an Etsy store with lots of handcrafted goodies and rings and jewelries and crowns. And I think, yeah, the one I just made, I'm starting to make new crystal crowns. And I made one, but the second I posted it sold. So I'm making some more as well for you guys. You can always ask to Mel, can you custom make me? I loved this particular you know, thing that I saw, but can you make these kind of addendums to it? And I can do that as well. Always just request and I'll see what I can do and do my utmost to help you guys out in that regard. Okay, so that is you guys. Now I love this. This is one of my favorite cards. I love cool blues, grays, and whites. It reminds me of Norway, and I'm just like, peace and quiet. So that's you guys. Now we are on to Jaguar. So right away, when I'm seeing this, I feel a lovely, dominant, beautiful energy within your soulmate where they know who they are. They know where they're going. They're on their happy road of pursuits. They don't let other people stop them. They're not intimidated by anything. They have a strong sense of stability in self. You know, they know there's no need to worry. They know that they now have created good, healthy habits in their life so they can be who they want to be their original selves, and it's gorgeous. So here's two of their initials. We have B and we have P. So B and P and P and B. We're going to get some attributes too. Opulence, time to lead. There, I felt leadership qualities about them from the get-go, but also they have a lovely aesthetic and they have an eye for opulence and beauty. They really do enjoy that. They enjoy nice surroundings. They enjoy beautiful things and they work for them. And the thing is, they are not so materialistic. They just like things that are well made and well crafted. And I really like that. So they also have this translucence, the love of darkness. They've done their shadow work. They know who that is. They know what triggers them. They know what behaviors aren't conducive to a healthy life and all of that. But they also are not afraid of that, and they're not afraid of that in somebody else. So when they're with you, if you ever feel like, oh, it's time for me to act up big time, let's go. Every once in a while, I'm like that too. If I've started a big project and I'm just all of a sudden interrupted and somebody thinks they need that room and space at that time, I'm not aggressive outwardly, but I internally plot their death continually for the next 2 hours. I'm just kidding. But I get so riled because I think I am very respectful of other people's time and space, especially when I realize what it is to sort and get rid of things and see all your things. And I'm not attached to things per se, but my materials and resources I work with, I need them in a certain kind of order. So it's like one of those things where that even when you are not sharing space well, or you need your time alone and that kind of darkness comes out, that just bounces right off them. They're accepting of that because they know that nobody is completely like purity and white light and all happiness and smiles. We all have our moments, we all have our moods, and they embrace that, which is really helpful because that's the real world and they live in it. Now here's some of their attributes. They have the Prince and I love this. I love that they have the child magical attributes because they see the potential for sacred beauty in all things. They get excited about seashells. They get excited about the fact that there's fresh bread cooking in the oven. They get excited about the best cup of coffee in the world. They're excited about all the little magical things. If they find a blue marble on the road, it's a treasure. You know, that sort of beautiful child magical light. I feel like they also have this thing for balloons, or some of you, I keep seeing balloons, like you love Kevlar balloons, or what are they? Mylar balloons. Kevlar. Kevlar is a bulletproof material that our sailing bags are made out of. So you don't need bulletproof balloons, but any Hoosers. Yeah, Mylar balloons. Like, I don't know what's going on with that. I think some birthdays are coming up and a lot of you guys are like, I would love a Mylar balloon from SpongeBob. But they believe that everything is possible, just like children do. That sandcastle they're making on the beach, that's not just a sandcastle. That is like their own personal house, and inside in their imagination there's beautiful little Fabergé furniture pieces and all of that rich imagination, which is great. You want to be with somebody with that rich, beautiful, deep imagination that things are possible. Now I love this Prince. It doesn't matter if male or female, this Prince, because it's romantic charm and potential for power. Now, what I regard that is not only are they constantly bearing beautiful gifts of chocolate, flowers, love, expression, they want to hold your hand. They are very expressive in the wording and physicality of love. And you feel it. You feel cherished and you feel hugged verbally continually from them because they love you and they exude that energy, and it makes you feel cherished, and it's a great thing. But also within that attribute is they have potential for power because of this beautiful just charm. You know, I keep always feeling like that kind of like a Legolas kind of charm where they're just so fleet and so spry and just so expressive in their eyes, and there's a richness and depth to their personality and character where you feel special and they continually make you feel that way. And that people that have that, that can charm people and that are doing it authentically because they really care about you, always have the potential for power. They're very persuasive. Their power of suggestion is huge in all of that. So you're gonna, when you see them in a group dynamic, they can sway that room. You know, they have the potential to change the energy around them as well for the better, because that's how they operate. You know, they're kind of like, they can modulate and turn up the temperature in a room and convince everybody, be in a good mood, and here's why. And that's lovely, because although none of us are ever supposed to just be always jovial, they can take what looks like something that is utterly disastrous and get it back down to that molehill in a better perspective and be like, it's only this, and it's only going to be a moment, whatever it is, you know, dental work, whatever somebody is fearing, going back out and put it in perspective for you and be helpful and be a helpmate with that. So I love that energy for you guys. If you're new to my channel, that is you, group 3. I am loving that. Yeah, Jaguar energy is very, like, you know, powerful, immensely powerful. So again, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Subscribe. And all my other links are down below if you need a private read. If you want to go to my Etsy store and see any of my handcrafted goodies, I do crowns and rings and jewels and all kinds of things that I make myself. And thank you guys for sending all your 5-star reviews and you in the jewelry. I so appreciate that, you guys. It's so wonderful that you take the time to do that. And love and light, I'm going to go upload.